I would say that the payment was like it was completely advanced, 100% advanced. Give them the platform to be in space like an astronaut or a space engineer or going through ISRO specifically, building our Indian nation, reaching the masses of the universe. So that is what I aim is. So आपकी जो फैमिली होते हैं ना वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. मेरे को सर 7 years लगे थे जस्ट टू लेट देम बिलीव दैट यू रियली कैन डू इट. शिवम कैन डू इट, मेक अ बिजनेस. आपने ऐसा सिस्टम लाया कि आपकी जहन में माइंड में रहेगा कि हाँ जी दीज आर योर गोल्स, यू हैव टू एक्ट लाइक दिस. एंड वो सिस्टम बन जाता है लाइक अ कंप्यूटर वर्क्स. You also wake up in the morning, you have a system making.
सिविल इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ाई करना, धूल मिट्टी की कॉन्वर्जेशन से आगे आना, टीवी तक जाना, इंपोर्ट के बारे में समझना. So if I understand, there is no manufacturing background. If I understand, you're not somebody who's into trading business or a retail business. So how you selected the product and how you started the entire journey? Like, you would like to know the process, the journey of you sending that first shipment. Hello everybody, namaste and welcome to each one of you. Welcome everyone over here in this podcast where we have somebody who's running construction company, now turn as an exporter, in fact a serial exporter. In today's podcast, you'll get a clarity of how you can do this business without investments. दोनों पहलू सॉल्व होंगे, एडवांस कैसे लेते हैं और आप कंसाइनमेंट बेचते हैं, ऑल्सो कैसे जॉइंट वेंचर किया जा सकता है और उस इंडस्ट्री में अपने गोल्स फुलफिल किए जा सकते हैं. Thank you everyone for watching our podcast regular basis so that we can touch and inspire many lives. Especially thank you to people, those who are supporting us by sharing this to many audiences. Great. So we have somebody directly with us all the way, ex-Madhya Pradesh, current Gujarat. Shivam is running a construction company now as a exporter. Shivam, welcome. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here. And it has been a great opportunity to be with you in this platform, with this community, working hard. People have their same aim and goal to be an exporter, sending a lot of shipments abroad and expanding their businesses. Very thank you to you so that you have been guiding us and giving us a good platform over here. I'm very happy to be with you. So I'll start with my introduction. So I'm Shivam Srivastava and has been into civil engineering background. I have also completed my MBA from NMIMS Mumbai. So always very good childhood by moving around India, especially 1.5 years in some state, 6 months in some state. And also some places in Bhutan, Dubai also for 1.5 years. So I have been into 8 schools.
घूमना पहले से ही, शिवम घूमते रहना है पहले से ही, बचपन से आगे
पूरा मतलब it was like that कि आप कल्चर भी दूसरे स्टेट्स का जान रहे हो along, because this was a very good opportunity only because of my father, because he was into construction background, building bridges, dams. Also, so childhood already spent on sites itself by seeing how the dam is built, how the bridges are built. So always fascinated towards this. So that's why I pursued civil engineering.
Wow.
But when I was in my first years, and Dad was like, please go to do internship. So I was at the site and it was like too hot. The project manager said, Shiv, you need to love the heat and the soil, the sand. धूल मिट्टी से तुमको प्यार करना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो सिविल इंजीनियर का कोई फायदा नहीं है.
Oh.
So I was like, Shivam, लेकिन you never wanted this. ठीक है, you were like, हाँ जी ये चीज करना है. You wanted to become this, but अब reality में you want something else to do. So I was like, okay, then I need to do something which is different, but has an allocation to what I have done.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's do MBA. So I did MBA in finance from NMIMS, and it was a good one. But in between, I was like very fascinated by entrepreneurship, because I was very fan of Elon Musk at that time. Like he was building EVs, space companies, So I was like, okay, I'll start because I had a huge dream after seeing that. I was like, okay, let's start with an EV company itself from now. So let's import an e-rickshaw because it is prominently running in North Indian market. With that, you can gather how the technology is being built.
Yeah.
And accordingly, you can then build your own. I was like, I'll build my electric bike. पहले वो पूरा महाराष्ट्र में ढूंढ लिया क्या क्या बनेगा क्या क्या products and those. So this was around 2014 in my second year of college. I built it. Then we were getting a very good opportunity from Singapore to build a overall manufacturing segment of it. Like funding from that company, 10 CR. But we were like, okay, it is prominent in North India. Let's go for South India. We'll do it in South India because they do not know about this technology yet in 2014. So we were like, okay, we'll talk to government and those, but we did not get a complete push or a good welcome from the government. Like, okay, let's go for it. And it was pretty new for the market also. Like, it's completely new. This is something new technology. Let's not go for it. So it was 2014. Now people are very prominent with EVs, buying vehicles and all. So we were like, okay, well, let's stop. This was my fourth year. I'm like, okay, engineering completed. Let's get into next one.
It's like a long journey, Shivam, civil engineering background, dual with T, and then MBA, and then having vision, and then doing a lot of stuff. Like, this is really, you're curious to explore and learn. That's what we get.
Yes, always wanted to explore. It feels like that you have to be learning every part of it because you have to be like, for me, it is like that, सब कुछ जानो, सब कुछ में, it's like your hand should be everywhere so that you know everything. You can respond to everyone because अगर किसी से आप बात भी कर रहे हो when you're traveling, you should have topics to talk to. कुछ ना कुछ, if you have knowledge about it, you can really talk about it.
Wow. So Shivam, feeling like, what you are sharing, if I'll say this, you're still curious to learn, still curious to explore. But what thought brought you into export? Like suddenly, because it's a shift, absolutely. So like what thought brought you into export industry?
So what we were doing at the time after when I joined my MBA, so it was finance, but in the first year you have all these subjects of international business and this. And I was always fond of international business. Like I was like, okay, since then only it was very clear FOB, CIF, X-Work, how the things are done and package, how you need to. So these are all in the general terms of bookish languages.
Yes.
It's never on the practical way. So it was always like that you need to find where you can get the practical knowledge. So what happened was like after in the MBA itself, I started with another venture of doing organic t-shirt manufacturing. So with that, I was like, it was local market only. It was like people were very happy with in the abroad market with organic t-shirts. So I was like, okay, we can explore that because I was already importing rickshaws at that time. So I was like, okay, import to आगे export करना सीखना है. You have to learn this. So I like, okay, लेकिन there was, after I completed my MBA, there was an immense pressure from my dad that भाई इतने अच्छे कॉलेज से किया है, you need to do job. ये सब बहुत हो गया है, ये बिजनेस कर लिया, वो कर लिया है, सब कुछ ऐसा करके you need to do this. I'm like, okay, I'll do job. So I joined Nilkamal Limited as sales manager at that time. Started from small sales engineer, then sales manager. Then when I was quitting after 4 years, because I was like, no, kuch apna karna, you have to start something of your own again. So I was like, okay, I'll start Examper Tech Industries, private limited. This is the current company of basically doing brick and mortar supply to construction companies in India, project based, especially to Tata Projects, L&T, HCC and Afcons. ये चार clients के साथ हम लोग domestic market में काम करते हैं. लेकिन I was like कि शिवम कब तो you need to expand, you need to like ये तो regular चल रहा है, credit पे दे रहे हो, आ रहा है, जा रहा है, ये तो चल रहा है. But something you need कि अंजी जो goal तुमने बनाई वो fulfill कैसे होंगे? You have to find something which is gonna help you to get there. So I was like, एक ही direction है या exports में ही, क्योंकि because I had a friend who was into exports for long, but like, his parents, his family was into exports only.
Right.
They was in exporting, and they had huge like if you see their houses and ये तो आपको भी इच्छा होती है कि भाई खुद का भी रहे with seeing that, but you build a business on that platform having that process.
Right.
तो या तो आप उनके बिजनेस में ज्वाइन करो या तो आप खुद से लर्न करके यू डू इट. एंड आई ऑलवेज वाज लाइक कि नहीं, इफ यू गो देयर यू विल बी लाइक कैंडिडेट वो ऑलरेडी कर रहा है उसके बेसिस पे, लेकिन आप खुद से अपना बिल्ड सिस्टम बनाओगे, यू लर्न इट. सो दैट इज हाउ आई वांटेड दैट. एक्सपोर्ट्स में तो आना ही आना है, नहीं तो इट्स यू कांट गेट थ्रू इट.
Right. Got it, sure. Like absolutely now you can correlate like somebody's civil engineering background and going to the dual mitti kind of conversation and then pursuing MBA, having this thought and going through the, EVs and then being a sales manager in one of the leading company of our nation and like literally wanting to do something big, saw the friend doing this work and had a thought, okay, let's start the journey. So tell us, Shivam, how you got to know about being exporter.
The overall thing was like an entrepreneur always needs an mentor. I've seen many entrepreneurs who has a backing through their mentors, and the overall mentees, the mentor who is guiding, gives them a immense procedure, a process, a line or a direction towards their goal. So I was always looking for it. Like since when I 2014 I started. I was like, somebody I need who pushes me, who is like, yeah, just Shivam, you can do it. This is the procedure. So I ढूंढते हैं सर कि मुझे ढूंढना है, तो सेमिनार अटेंड कर रहे हैं, वेबिनार अटेंड कर रहे हैं, ये मेंटर है वैसे करके, लेकिन कभी लाइक इनर होता है ना कि जी आपने इनसे कनेक्ट बैठ गया, इंटरनल कनेक्ट लाइक एन हार्ट कनेक्शन, वो नहीं मिल रहा था. हम लाइक ऐसे नहीं हो पाएगा, मतलब यू नीड समवन लाइक दिस कि जिससे इंटरनल हार्ट कनेक्शन हो, तभी यू कैन गो अहेड, यू विल फील लाइक जी अब तो करना है, लाइक दैट फेज ऑफ चेंज. सो one day I was just scrolling FB because I really I'm like searching on new technologies, अपना कुछ पढ़ना है वैसे करके. So I read lot of books. So उस books में भी लिखा रहता है मेरा मेंटर था, मुझे ये इसने ऐसे they gave me this direction, this one. I'm like, कहीं तो somewhere I'll find it. And I'm scrolling and there's a video of Bhagirath sir, that you're being exporter giving a thought of a video that you can do export, and there will be a workshop, you can get this done, and it is very easy to do it. That was it. But उसको देखने के बाद सर ऐसा लगा कि हाँ जी you are the one, like Bhagirath sir can get me this. I'm like, okay, let's go for it, because I was always like, explore karo, find out. Like, let's go for the 2-day workshop, find out. And when I attended that workshop, I was like, okay, this is the best. This is the direction. This is completely what a person can give in 2 days is amazing. Like you can gather lot many things from here itself. Like a person who is attending 2-day workshop itself can start what they want to do, like an export. But the main thing to be in being exporter is to be in the guidance of Bhagirath sir, because अगर mentor नहीं है तो entrepreneur अपने dream को नहीं पा सकता सर, और वो आपके through ही. Thank you.
Completely got your acknowledgement and also the learning attitude you have, Shivam, that really brought you to this entire journey. Shivam, let's explore about how you send your first shipment. Say, if I sum it up, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ाई करना, धूल मिट्टी की कॉन्वर्जेशन से आगे आना, ईवी तक जाना, इंपोर्ट के बारे में समझना, पहली बार बुक्स में पढ़ना एमबीए में, और इतने सारे वेबिनार्स करना, फाइनली प्लेटफॉर्म पर आना, हमसे कनेक्ट होना. सो इफ आई अंडरस्टैंड देयर इज नो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बैकग्राउंड, if I understand you're not somebody who's into trading business or a retail business. So how you selected the product and how you started the entire journey? Like, you would like to know the process, the journey of you sending that first shipment. Over to you, Shiva.
Yes, sir. So me as an entrepreneur, I was like always hit and trial. ये product करो, ये दिखा output आया नहीं, move to the next one. नहीं आया नहीं, ऐसे करके. But after getting into being expert, because there is a system, you have to follow a procedure. You have to build a system in your organization. Only then you will have an output. Because आपको पूरा जो प्रोसीजर है वो इनकलकेट नर्चर आपके वर्किंग स्केड्यूल में डालना होगा. Then only that consistency will also come out in you and your team and your organization. तो वो चीज़ करने के लिए आपको खुद से पहले तो लर्न आउट करना पड़ेगा. द प्रोसीजर ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग द प्रोडक्ट, द like how you need to find the product, and then you need to see that if this is a profitable one or turnover one. ज़्यादा टर्नओवर जाना है कि प्रॉफिटेबल जाना है, वो आपको खुद डिसाइड करना है एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर.
वाओ.
So that is more important than कि आप पूछते रहो क्या जी ये प्रोडक्ट लिया, ये नहीं ऐसे करके उससे नहीं आएगा. So that was like for me like I'm going, okay, you have a system to find a product. It's not like that क्या जी ये पसंद आया, let's do it.
Wow.
वो नहीं है. So there's a system, a calculating system of it. So I'm like, okay, ये ऐसे करो, and आपके assignments like find 250 words. And like अभी तक पहुंचे नहीं हो, लेकिन 100, 150 ढूंढते रहो. And पूरा लिस्ट बनाने के बाद like, okay, this is profitable, fine, लेकिन इसका turnover अच्छा है. I love turnovers more.
Wow.
I like turnover ज़्यादा रहेगा तो अपने आप ही profitability बढ़ती रहेगी.
Wow.
I feel like that. तो I'm like, okay, turnover ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. तो सारे मेरे projects are like turnover ज़्यादा है. तो margins are less but turnover are more. I'm like, okay. तो फिर I was like, find this product के बाद you need to find the clients. इधर मिलेंगे, you need to find it. There is also a system for it. There is a system completely like you need to find the clients at this location, like port data. There's a location like on Google you can find it. You generally do it find easily on Google, but same client on the port data confirm buying. So with that, but आपने product find कर लिया, the clients are also there, but way to find it, way to buy the product and send it to the clients. So you need the supplier, you need someone who can get you, like the supplier, specifically in our case, suppliers. So I was like, okay, for that also being exporter as a system, like if you are a merchant exporter, fine, you have a manufacturers, but if you're not into that field specifically, because after coming to being exporter, I was like, okay, there is other product ranges also where you can get into by reaching your goals. I'm like, okay, I've never explored agro. I'm like, कभी नहीं, बस खाने में आता है, लेकिन कैसे, how are you gonna send it? So I'm like, okay, तो process कर लिया आपने product, clients, supplier. I'm like, okay, let's go for JB. I called you, I was like, okay, कैसे करना है? And already is there is a procedure, but okay, somewhere आपको पीछे से रहता है कि हाँ जी कोई वो दे दे कि हाँ जी हाँ यार go for it. Okay, and I was like, okay, I booked the tickets and dad is like, don't go. इतना दूर कहाँ जाएगा, तो एक प्रोडक्ट के जॉइंट वेंचर के लिए why do you want to go that far? You can do it on phone, you can do it on this. I said, but how will I know that he is the correct one? वो दिल से दिल कनेक्शन कैसे बनेगा, वो जरूरी है. That's like, चलो जाते, let's go. And at the time, luckily there was an inquiry also. I'm like, okay, let's fulfill this one. अगर है इस चीज के लिए, so there is something being connected. I'm like, let's go for it. So I went there. I spoke to the manufacturer. He had good facility, completely good facility. I'm like, sir, already inquiry, let's work for it. We'll sign all the papers first, but थोड़ा सा ये कर लेते हैं, we'll do this. He's like, why not? Okay, businessman को हमेशा orders चाहिए रहते हैं, तो already है, चल के आ रहा है, तो क्यों नहीं? तो I'm like, okay, let's do this. There was many queries from the buyer. So we answered by sitting there directly, sitting with the joint venture partner.
Wow.
एक काम करते रहे उनको सामने, he was satisfied. He was like, okay, I like, so don't go for big orders. Let's do joint sample order. एक बार वो कर लेंगे, then we go for the later bigger one. He's like, why not? So उन्होंने वो 5 kg 10 kg ऐसे बहुत सारे orders लिख दिए, कैन जी ये कर दो, इसी नोटबुक में लिखा हुआ है ऐसे कितने कितने हैं। तो उन्होंने पूरी लिस्ट दे दी बहुत सारे products के, and I was like, okay, after that we did the joint venture. Let's do it from this manufacturer itself. And then came back. I asked the manufacturer to send the samples to us. We packed it over here in Ahmedabad itself and sent it to the client. So the payment, luckily, I would say that the payment was like, it was completely advance, 100% advance. They sent us 50% advance, then we were like, okay, we'll send the array copy to you, and then you can pay us the remaining one. So that completely paid one. So this was our first product sending, first shipment sending.
Right.
So it was completely a good experience. I like amazing.
And then shipment started, and then more buyer, and then more products. So tell us how many products you are dealing in right now.
So currently what we have done is we have ventured into 6 products overall. So what we have done is 2 products in merchant exporting. So that is my specifically products which we were doing early on. We selected out of it from this procedure itself.
Wow.
That ये चीज करना चाहिए आपको export के लिए. Wow. Remaining 4 is completely for the joint venture.
Wow.
It's wherein one is still in discussion one, but we have the clients for it. So we were like, okay, we'll get through it.
Right.
So that is how we have structured it currently.
My dear viewers, something to learn from this. This gentleman's story is very extraordinary. So you come from a background about the technicalities you don't have, or you don't know, or the finances issues, or constraints, or limitations, or sometimes even language, so on and so forth. Here we say, आप 3 प्रकार से export कर सकते हैं. Number 1, if you're a manufacturer, you can straight away send your products into international market. Here you need to only reach to the buyer, understand the process, and start sending. Number 2, as rightly addressed by Shivam, you can be a merchant exporter. You can reach to the buyer. Having said that, the moment you receive your order, purchase from the manufacturers and do it from your own company. Number 3, exactly one of the case studies, Shivam, sitting here with us, joint venture, where you don't need to invest a single penny. 50-50 from the profit sharing. For manufacturer, it's win-win. For you, it's a win-win. And then together, you are expanding your business. And you're getting 50% from sharing. Once you are confident doing one, you can continue like this gentleman, sending multiple shipments. Just to understand, Shivam, जितने भी shipments भेजे हैं, क्या terms पर आप काम करते हैं, कौन से terms पर आप खेलते हैं?
So mostly advance, like 50% advance, 50% against scanned documents, or 70% advance, 30% against scanned documents. Sometimes I've also pitched like go for 100% advance before any of the documents. So, because sometimes it is like you need to do the manufacturing of it. So you need
fabulous. My dear entrepreneur, there is a lot of things which we can learn from today's podcast. An absolute new paradigm. Somebody, looking for, coming from a world of construction company to someone working for an organization to become an exporter, in fact, serial exporter, and now expanding his business. Shivam, what is next in the bucket you have? Like, what is the future from now and onwards where you can see yourself?
So, the overall aim was to build a 10,000 crore company. So, but since I've been associated with you and guided by you, so आपकी एक बात हमेशा मेरे जहन में रहती है कि पर्पस नहीं होगा तो तू कभी नहीं उठेगा. So the purpose is because when I'll go a little back, 2014. So along with the e-rickshaw, we started an NGO and a trust, which was Rise All Foundation. Everybody Rise. So we were like, okay, we'll teach underprivileged students from the school itself who are going to school, but they do not have a medium to learn English. the first subject was our English only. So we taught them. We run for approximately until 2020, and since then, and I was like, okay, but I got it because I came out of that organization due to some reasons of personal. So I was like, okay, so but that purpose is still there. So I restructured that purpose. I'm like, okay, because space is the place, space, the organization is the place wherein from the childhood itself, I can equip them with the knowledge of space, give them the platform to be in space like an astronaut or a space engineer or going through ISRO specifically, building our Indian nation, reaching the masses of the universe. Wow. So that is what I aim is. Wow. So along with building my company, this will be the target overall. So that is what I see myself building.
Wow. So awesome. So awesome.
Because मेरे को सब कैसे सुनना है शिवम दादा पढ़ाने आए हैं.
Wow. Wow. This is exactly a man having a purpose speaks likes on the port. My dear entrepreneurs, इसीलिए हम कहते हैं पहले it is about the mindset, the purpose you have, followed by then you can add a product, one more product. Say, let's say you're doing a joint venture and you've reached to the manufacturer and then you are mutually agreed between both of you that 50-50 percentage will be shared. Now what happens is you're taking care for the sales, you're taking care of the sales. सेल्स हो रहा है प्रॉपरली, यहाँ से पैकेजिंग और प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, सर्टिफिकेशन फाइनेंसियर्स मैन्युफैक्चरर्स ऑलरेडी सेटअप करते हैं, आप सेल्स देखते हैं, 50-50 शेयरिंग होता है, आप अनलिमिटेड प्रोडक्ट्स में काम करके अपने परिवार के, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के, समाज के goals for the humanity even you can achieve. Thank you very much, Shivam. This is an extraordinary podcast. One of the extraordinary podcasts is gonna be. Shivam, इस माध्यम पर लोग आपको सुन रहे हैं. Say let's say ये वीडियो YouTube पर कोई देख रहा है, कोई शॉर्ट्स में देख रहा है, कोई इंस्टाग्राम रील्स में देख रहा है, कोई फेसबुक में देख रहा है या किसी हमारे ऐड में देख रहा है. एक्सपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री को लेकर के आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहोगे ऑडियंसेस को? हियर यू आर.
जस्ट बेसिकली ये कि यू हैव टू बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ. आपको पहले अपने आप पे बिलीव रखना रहेगा दैट यू कैन डू इट. देन यू हैव टू बिलीव इन द सिस्टम व्हिच इज ऑलरेडी इन प्लेस. You have to find the right one, fit in, and you really can do it. So the process is that you have to think big, act big, and then you really can do it because you already have a system in place. Only you have to do is you have to believe in yourself. And viewers के लिए एक और चीज़ मैं कहना चाहूँ कि so आपकी जो family होते हैं ना, वो बहुत important होते हैं. मेरे को सर 7 years लगे थे just to let them believe that you really can do it. Shivam can do it, make a business. 7 years के बाद they were like कि जी अब शिवम तो business कर सकता है.
Wow.
I'm like ये तो आपको अगर 7 years लगते हैं फैमिली को कन्विंस करने में, तो आप प्रोसेस को रेगुलर बेसिस पे बनाते रहोगे तो फिर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी बिल्ड कर सकते हो और अपने आप को भी बिल्ड कर सकते हो. क्योंकि पर्सनली ऑल्सो यू नीड टू बिल्ड योरसेल्फ विद बिल्डिंग दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एंड फिर तो क्या, फिर तो फैमिली आपके पीछे ही खड़ी है, बढ़ते रहो.
तो वो तो है. Awesome. Sure, one last thing we would like to know. During the journey, you started sending first shipment to you being a serial exporter. In future, we heard. इस particular journey में अभी तक being exporter program या community का क्या support रहा? Here you are.
Sir, community itself is a place wherein you can learn. बहुत ऐसा रहता है जैसे you have people with the same age group, you have people from other age group, you have people who are doing their second innings also. I have seen it. So
third inning.
the third, second, so they are there. If we आपने ऐसी community बनाई है, built a so beautiful community with all the age groups, you can learn a lot of things from them. They are so experienced. They are from different backgrounds. There are people from those backgrounds also who struggle to get into a system. एक program में आने के लिए they do something to get here. So वैसे वाले भी लोग हैं there are a lot many inspiring people in the community. So एक community ऐसी है कि हाँ जी आप learn कर सकते हो, you can enjoy with them, you can have fun with them also. You make good friends also there. A very good friend जो आपसे डिस्कस करता है कि हाँ जी क्या क्या कर सकते हो आप एक्सपोर्ट में, कैसे कैसे कर सकते हो. So those people are, and also you can have the personal relationship also. So it's like a home from a different place.
Yeah.
वो वैसा है. So it's an amazing comment.
Right. Like-minded people with one mission, value-oriented people from India, various background, in fact, from outside India, and then meeting each other. I remember, Shivam, you met everyone in Surat, probably, and that's boot camp, right? Right. Shivam, what was the wow moment during Surat meet, picnic drill, or say boot camp? Anything which you want to bring forth?
Yes. So I'll start with boot camp. So a boot camp was like a place wherein you have a system in place completely for how to do exports, what are the procedure, and it's like a do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Because it will go into it because sir, आपने ऐसा सिस्टम लाएंगे आपकी जहन में माइंड में रहेगा कि हाँ जी these are your goals, you have to act like this, and वो सिस्टम बन जाता है like a computer works. You also wake up in the morning, you have a system making, उसको वो करो तो वैसा. तो same thing boot camp also had that thing. मतलब आप two days you will feel like हाँ जी you are in a complete very good space where you're working, and आप अकेले नहीं कर रहे. There are many others also working for the same aim itself, for the same goal. So वो है. फिर you have fun, you have good food, you have खाना इतना अच्छा है, you have a good environment, you wake up in a good space wherein आप उठते ही सीधे रहता है कि हाँ जी आपने असाइनमेंट किया कि नहीं किया, ये भी रहता है. आपने असाइनमेंट में क्या किया वो भी रहता है. तो दिस these all things होता है. मतलब you're discussing the thing of, because आप असाइनमेंट कर रहे हो तो आपके लिए बेटर है क्योंकि आप कुछ लर्न कर रहे हो. You're learning, you will be applying somewhere, and especially you will be applying only to your business because that is only going to give output. Again, you're also meeting those people in the boot camp who have already performed.
Yes.
They have worked so hard, they have put in those system procedure in place. You can directly get in touch with them, learn with them.
Fabulous.
So that's the direct touch from that. In the picnic drill, you're like on the opposite side. It's like you're coming on the backstage. You're like, okay, तुम अपने आप को खुल के जी सकते हो यहाँ पर, तो कोई नहीं बोलने वाला है. You're like, you can have food, you can talk to anyone, you can listen to music, you can also swim and do work. So those things are that. So आप सारा कुछ एक जगह पे कर सकते हो. In a day you can, and उसके बाद आप जब उधर से आते हो, you're completely fresh. You're like, wow, अब मैं जो करना है, क्योंकि you have worked on your systems and you had a huge gap of fun. उसके बाद फिर सीधे माइंड में वो फिट इन हो जाता है, अरे वाह ये तो आप कर सकते हो.
Wow.
So that is how you can get it done.
Awesome. Great, Shivam. It was really an honor to have you, such a value-oriented youth of our nation, want to contribute. And it's not only a wish, rather now it's as a goal because you're connected to the purpose and you have a clear-cut roadmap, the way you have added consign, the way you have added products, sending first shipment, multiple shipments, receiving advance payments, doing joint ventures, doing merchant export. That's really awesome of you. Audience, that was Shivam Srivastav, somebody from civil engineering background to Dhool Mitti Ki Kahani, to something wanna do, to wanna be an exporter and doing job, started his own organization, did joint venture, turned as an exporter and a serial exporter. Thank you, our audience, for being here. This was an awesome time with you, and I really am very much clear that by this podcast, you are inspired, you are encouraged, And especially thank you for people, those who are continuously supporting us by sharing this videos wherever, in terms of, you're watching through as a YouTube video, or you're watching as a reel, or you're watching on a Facebook. Especially thank you for sharing with others. Have a great time ahead. And Shivam, it was great being with you. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir.